In the United States, American football is king, especially in the southern part of the U.S. The lights of Friday night highlight storylines that Hollywood movies are made of. States like Texas are a bustling metropolis of young athletes that live for the roar of the crowd and hometown pride. Dallas, Texas is one of those hubs for top-tier athletes, not just in the United States' big three sports of baseball, basketball, and American football, but also in football, or as they call it, soccer. Like so many states across the country, Texas loves high school football, but the state has produced a number of talented soccer players over the years as well. Players like Kyle Rote Jr., Stuart Holden, and Clint Dempsey all rose through the ranks of youth soccer in the state of Texas. The next big name on the Dallas horizon is homegrown player Paxton Pomykal, a midfielder for FC Dallas.
The competition in DFW is unbelievable. I'd say us in California have the best soccer in the U.S. So I think that's why we have so much talent here, is because there's healthy competition of the best players in the country here. So I think that's why we succeed.
Paxton also credits coming from a soccer family for his talent on the field. His father, Preston, was a midfielder at the University of North Texas. His oldest brother, Pierce, currently is a defender at Columbia University in New York. And the youngest of the Pomykal boys, Porter, is a member of FC Dallas Academy. The constant competition going on between the boys is one of the reasons Paxton and his family believe he's excelled at such a young age.
Because we'd always go in the backyard and play together and compete, but he's 3 years older than I was, so back then it was hard for me because he's so much bigger than I was. So I think that helped my game a lot, and just all the household games and all the friends coming over playing World Cup upstairs against the couch and stuff like that. So
we have blinds that are still broken in the house that I want replaced now, which probably would be a good time because they don't do it as often. And they are very competitive inside the house, but not so much outside the house. Like, they're very proud of Paxton and what all he's accomplished.
Paxton was 16 when he signed his first professional contract, which made him the second youngest player in the history of FC Dallas. Though playing in his first pro game was a dream come true for Paxton, the most memorable moment was how his teammates embraced him as they won the 2016 Open Cup.
Like 3 days after I signed, we won Open Cup, which was pretty cool, and they still accepted me as part of the team because I signed, and obviously I'm whatever the 15th, 16th homegrown for the team, so that was a pretty cool memory.
Many surreal moments have taken place at the beginning of Paxton's young career, like getting to wear the number 19, worn by legendary FC Dallas player Bobby Rhine, one of Paxton's favorite players growing up. The number had been left dormant since Rhine's passing in 2008, and Paxton took over the number after asking for Rhine's wife's blessing. Paxton plays with passion, grit, and a never-say-die attitude, qualities that embody the late Rhine. Coaches believe that those qualities will take Paxton far.
I've seen Paxton play since he was 11 years old, but we knew that he was special. And the minute Oscar saw him and the rest of the pro staff, there's something there. I guess us that have been around in soccer for a long time, you can tell that he has that in his genes, that he has that in his feet. God gave him that gift, and we have to take advantage of it.
I'm a huge Arsenal fan, which is a team in England, so I try to kind of shape my style of play after the way they play. And they play a lot of possession-oriented combinations, and I really like that style growing up, so I kind of tried to model my game after the team, not really a player. I like the ball, and you can't play without the ball, so on offense you try to keep it, on defense you try to get it back, so that's why I work hard to get the ball back and play with it, because without the ball you can't play. So
Even with all that talent, Paxton has had to make some sacrifices to reach his goals. Once a student at Flower Mound High School, he now has to take his classes online so he can study while on the road and have a more flexible schedule to fit around training. Finishing school online is slightly unorthodox, but it has helped Paxton keep other aspects of his life ordinary.
There is sacrifices, and you have to give up some of your social life, but then again I try to make an effort to mingle and go back and hang out with all of them even more, because now I don't go to school with them, so I'd say I hang out with my friends more now than I did when I went to school. So
Paxton may have signed a contract for more than most people make in a year, but his family does everything they can to keep him grounded. Paxton, the professional soccer player, still has the responsibilities of Paxton, the 17-year-old kid off the pitch.
I think we try to just keep him as normal as he used to be. And in my house, he is. He still follows my rules. And to me, he hasn't changed just hardly at all.
Ever since I signed, nothing really changed. I still have a curfew, still have to be home. It's like just because I signed doesn't mean anything. So, I live at home like any other 17-year-old kid. So.
Where many of us dream to live extraordinary lives, those who have them can wish for normalcy. But the young midfielder knows that this is his ordinary.
Obviously, you have some days where I wouldn't say regret is the right word, but you wish that you wouldn't have to go to training, where you could go to Six Flags with your friends or go see a concert or go hang out at the lake, But at the end of the day, I chose this life and I want it. So the days that I think of that, it's nothing compared to the days where I sit here and I'm like, wow, like this is what I want to do. So I'd say it pales in comparison.
In a country where American football is king and Friday night lights for most never surpass the high school level, this high schooler is living his dreams with lights on a grander scale. Playing professionally was Paxton's goal, and for now, he is relishing in it. His dream may grow, but letting every moment sink in is currently what Paxton is focused on. The growing superstar who has the makeup of a legend is just happy to be starting with his hometown team in the football town of Dallas, Texas.
This was my goal for now. And I haven't really thought about what I want to do in the future yet. I wanted to really play professionally anywhere. In elementary school, you write down what you want to be, and that's always what I was I wanted to be a professional soccer player. And that's what I wanted to be, and that's what I strive to do, and that was my goal. And now that I have it, it's like, so it's pretty cool.